Lesson 1, my price prediction. As we're jumping into the intermediate course now, I'm going to be straight into things. There's no point in fluffing around. We've learned enough in the beginner's course. We can now start to basically learn anything that I'm throwing at you, and anything that you have confusions with, well, we can touch on that later as well. What is my price prediction for Solana? At the height of the next bull market, I believe the price of Solana will be around $500 to $1,000. I don't take this just from my viewpoint. I'm not like a moon boy, meaning I just think one token's just going to go crazy or something like that. There's a lot of things that go into how I'm basically thinking about this. At the moment, the price of Sol is around $20, so that would be a massive jump. In fact, it could be a literal 50x. If you had 1,000 Sol, which is $20,000, that could turn into $1 million. $20,000 worth of Sol is still a decent position for sure. And I'll go over throughout the entirety of the course why I think this is likely. But first, a couple of things. I'm not taking my viewpoint just from myself. I'm taking my viewpoint from people that are smarter than me. And this matters for many reasons. Firstly, when it comes to investing and trading and crypto, the longer you're in the market, the more experience you get, the more you learn the lessons that you need to learn. What I'm trying to do in this course is teach you things so that you don't have to learn the same mistakes that I made and millions of other people have made. And one of those things is the fact that each cycle gets bigger and bigger. So a cycle is just basically when things start low and then they go high and then they come back down and then they repeat. And it tends to be somewhat in tune with the Bitcoin cycle, which we won't go into right now, but basically every 4 years we can expect, based on past experiences, for this kind of thing to happen. So what we're predicting for the next height of the next bull run, and this is certainly subject to change, but this is just with the data that we have. And this is based not on my viewpoint, this is based on other people's viewpoints and a very smart friend of mine, Michael Pizzino, and his brother, Jason Pizzino. They are thinking, or at least Michael's thinking, June 2025 to somewhere around June 2026. This will be the peak of the bull market. And at that time, somewhere in that stage, that's when we're thinking we're going to get a decent price amount with Solana. It can come earlier, it can come later, because the crypto market can go in kind of waves. As an example, Solana peaked at around $250 quite early in the market, end of 2021. And then, although this token doesn't exist at all today, at least not with its current price, the Luna token that came into a crazy run in early 2022. And then it went to zero, basically. There's a couple of important things to know here. We'll cover this in the next video, but this is based on the data that I have now. Every day I see more and more stuff happening in the Solana ecosystem, and this is a bear market. This is when people are losing interest, they're not really focusing on things. There's very few people actually here. And then as soon as the hype starts to jump up again, that's when loads of people come in. It happens each cycle and it gets exponentially bigger and bigger. So for example, the first cycles were like this, and then it didn't double, it goes a 3x, and then a 10x, and then a 20x. It gets exponentially bigger. In terms of Ethereum price prediction, this is not something that I'm very, very familiar with, but I would say maximum $10,000 per token. And when it comes to Bitcoin, maybe it's like $120,000 to $150,000 per token. At the moment, ETH is $1,600. Some people might say it's a safer bet, and I would definitely agree with that. However, you can't even 10x the amount based on my predictions. Whereas with Solana, you could 50x it or more. Now, of course, this is not financial advice, but people want to know what I'm thinking. At the moment, this is my viewpoint with the data I have from the traders and experienced people that have been around for a long time based on what they're thinking as well. That all goes into my viewpoint. But in the meantime, I'll be showing up every day into the Solana ecosystem because I do believe this blockchain has the most amount of potential out of all the blockchains in terms of scaling to the masses, being able to onboard games, get DeFi really, really cranking, and just basically grow crypto from a speculation asset to an asset that's used as part of everyday life. In the next video, I'll give you some views on what smart people do and what normal people don't do. Stay curious, we'll catch you in the next video.